everybody, it's Mia with Chalk with Mia. I am here tonight. Let's see if this way I don't want to look so far up. Oh, and look, I have some of the signs I made last night. They're going up in my office at work, but I thought until I get there and put them up, I'd put them up in here. But anyways, I am live tonight. I am doing the pumpkin pie recipe transfer. I have had this transfer for so long, but to be honest with you, I just have been a little intimidated by it because it's so large. So I've cut it up into some pieces tonight and trying to decide how colorful I want to go with it, because you guys know me, I'm a little plain Jane and I like things simple. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of color but stay pretty white and neutral tonight. But I am going to work with my fonts because I want the pumpkin pie logo up at the top to be in curvy font. I don't want the block lettering. So I'll be doing that a little bit tonight. So if you are with me, please say hi and let me know that you are here. I always like to know that people are here. It's kind of fun to interact with you guys versus just feeling like I am here by myself. And that's okay too. If you're watching the replay, meaning you do not see that red live button up there, that's great too. Just type the word replay in the comments and that way I know that it's on the replay and not on the live. If you are interested in joining my VIP group, which I actually have a little contest going right now that will end probably tomorrow, just type the words VIP in the comments. And if you are interested in joining Chalk Couture as an independent designer, just type in the word join down below. And I will send you a message, and certainly it can start, hey Margaret, it can certainly start a conversation, okay? All right guys, I'm gonna tilt this camera down so you can see the project and not me. And we will get this started. I do need to do some things on my computer, but you guys can be digesting this transfer because it is quite large. Long time no talk, Margaret. Okay, guys, let me tilt this down and make sure that you guys are seeing it in its full beauty here. Hold on. It is a large one, so I have to put my camera kind of far up. And then this way I can look at my computer and make sure that it is not backwards. Hi, Beth. How are you? Thank you for joining tonight, guys. All right, give me 1 second to get my computer here to make sure I see what you guys are seeing, because I am telling you, I have no spatial skills whatsoever and can't do it from my phone. So this is how we're gonna do it. All right, and it is backwards like I thought. Okay, give me a second and I will flip the camera around. I think that's right now. Let's see. Let's see. All right, there's always a little bit of a delay, so give it a second and it should flip around for you guys. I'm not sure why it's taking a while tonight. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, so you guys can see it, right? It's right side up for you guys. That's how I'm seeing it. Okay, let me just share this. If you would like and share, I would greatly appreciate it. I always appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Margaret. Yes, I love this transfer. It is quite large. Like I said, this is one of our largest Chalk Couture boards, but I love it. I just think that we also have one that's a sugar cookie recipe. So I really could have done either one for the holidays, but for some reason I like this. I mean, I love them both, but this one I prefer. So, yeah, so I just thought I would do this one tonight. Okay, so you guys are going to be, this one might be, I don't know how long this live will be, but, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time, but not too much, because I'm not going to go too crazy with the colors. So to let you guys know, I'm going to do the Couture Teal for this middle section and the pumpkin pie. and I have little different thingies I'm going to do here. I'm going to do brown for the eggs because, hello, I'm from the country and we like brown eggs, not white eggs. I'm going to do, of course, orange for the pumpkin, and then pretty much, I believe, white everywhere else. I'm trying to decide what to do down here for the pastry shell, but yeah. So, Margaret, this is, hold on, I can tell you, this board is 20.5 by 26.5. So the transfer itself is about 18 by 24. Yeah, it's a big mama jama. So yeah. Okay, guys, I am going to, okay. I keep looking up to make sure you guys see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the pumpkin pie last because that's with my fonts. And I want to make sure that that'll take a little bit more time. So I'm actually going to scoot this down as far as it will go. And I have cut this up. It comes in one piece. So this is the pumpkin pie it comes in. It's an okay font, but I really like the curvy fonts. So I think I'm just going to, hey Donna, I think I am going to do that. And let's see here. And then, so I cut it up into sections. I thought about cutting it here, but I like the spacing and I don't want to mess up that spacing at all. So, yeah. We shall see. I don't know. Do you guys think I should do the pastry shell and maybe a cream? I'm thinking maybe, just to give a little bit more color. So yeah. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do is maybe I'll work from bottom to top. I know that seems kind of odd, but I think, it'll be best. Okay. I think I'm going to do custard for the pastry shell. You guys good with that? Oops. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get started here. So I'm gonna work from the bottom to the top since I want this spacing to be all the way down here at the bottom. And since I'm doing most of this in white in the custard, I don't need to break it up anymore. So, but I do, now this is a Chalk Couture surface. Hi Dee. So I do not need to wax it, okay, because it comes ready to go. Oops. Okay. All right. So this is how it comes with the on the backing. I then, once I use them, put them in my transfer books. And I've just started doing that. I used to always put them in my transfer books as soon as I got them, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to wait until I use it. And then, you know, that way if somebody wants it and wants to buy it, then I've got it. And then I put it in my transfer book. But, okay, so I'm just, picking this up and I'm going to do it on my belly because I want to add some fuzz to the back of it. Oh, good, Donna. I'm glad you agree. Yeah, I figured a pastry shell is custardy color, right? Okay, so I'm adding some fuzz to the back of it because they come very sticky and we want them to have stick to it. You guys can see, I don't know if you can see this. So there's a little bit of fuzz from my shirt on the back. And what that does is it helps, you know, it allows it to stick to the surface, but doesn't stick so much that it pulls the surface up or puts the transfer down. Oh, you did, Donna? Yeah, I love it too. It's a great board. I did the Bless Our Nest on it the other night, and I'm still trying to decide if I like that the way I did that. I went a little cuckoo crazy, and it was fun and a lot of work, but I'm not sure if I like it. And a lot of people have said they do, but I don't know if they're just being nice, to be honest with you, and that's okay too. All right, so I'm trying to make sure, if you're new with Chalk Couture, please ask any questions that you want. I will try to answer them as much as I can. But I'm trying to make sure that all of my creases and bubbles are out of the transfer, because the benefit of our transfers is that you don't get the bleeding that you do with stencils because they're nice and smooth. Well, that is all well and good until you get a bubble. And then that bubble literally then just allows that paste to seep and go everywhere it shouldn't. Okay, so I've got my wipes. All right, so I've also got a tin of water over here to the left of me, just one of those big like lasagna casserole tin things that you can get from the big like Sam's Club or the dollar store or something, because I want to have a water bath available. When I finish up with the transfer, I want to put it in the water because I don't want the paste to dry. So the great thing about our product is that if I decide after the fall and winter and stuff, I don't want this transfer on this board anymore, I can literally just wash it off with water and a disinfectant wipe and our little board erasers, which are awesome. They're these. Think of like a magic eraser, but for Chalk Couture. And they get all that ghosting off of it. And so you can decide to change it out. Now, if I absolutely love it, and I know there's no doubt in my mind I'm gonna ever want to change it out, I can seal it with a polyacrylic or a polyurethane. And that will pretty much protect it. I'm not gonna say for life, because I don't know how many products out there, you know, last that long, but it will last quite a long time. Okay, so this is our white paste, okay? And all of our pastes have a chalk basis to them, so they're water soluble. So we certainly, when we're working with these, we just don't want to get water on them, or else that will start to make the paste dissipate and go away. All right, now here's my custard color, and I'm stirring them because we want them to be like a cake icing consistency, okay? So they're not going to be like acrylic paints. Acrylic paints are very fluid and have a lot of run to them, and I'm just adding a little bit of water. That's the great thing, is you can loosen them up a little bit if too much air has gotten to it. But see, watch, I'm gonna show you guys this. So see how I can make like on a meringue pie, you know how you make the little mountains to be able to, you know, blast with the heat and make them nice and crisp. That's the consistency that you want, okay? Some people, and it's a feel thing, some people like it a little bit stiffer than others. There's really no fast and hard rules about it, but you certainly do not want it runny, okay? So the you know, trick is somewhere around that marshmallow fluff, yogurt type consistency. Okay, so now I'm going to get my squeegees. All right. So I've got one squeegee, and you don't want to mix your squeegees kind of like Play-Doh with your kids. Don't mix the Play-Doh because you'll never get them apart. Same type of a thing, okay? Okay, Dee, the Bless Our Nest is a bit busy for me. I feel bad saying that because it was so much work. Oh gosh, Dee, do not feel bad at all. I actually agree with you. But you know, the way that I feel is sometimes when you have a thought in your head, you need to try it. And this is why I love this product so much. I can erase that board, and I can do something totally different on it. And that's okay with me. You know, that's part of the creative process. Everything doesn't always turn out, you know, the way that you want them the first time. So I am using white because my frame is white. So I want the majority of this to be in white. And what you do is you just put it on like you're spreading butter on bread. Okay. And I'm putting it on kind of thick right now because our paste does tend to dry a little quickly, simply because it is chalk based. And so you guys are gonna have to remind me not to do that pastry shell. I'm gonna do that in custard. So you want to move at somewhat of a rapid pace, and that is why I have cut this transfer up into sections, because if I was to do the whole thing, it would dry certainly before I could get to the top or the bottom. Now there are other tips and tricks. I could pull it up as I go. I could put wet paper towels on it. I could do a variety of different things. But since I've broken it up, I am just going to do it this way. And again, we're just like your butter and bread. You can go up and down, side to side. Yeah, I mean, you got to try things, right? You that's why most of us do this, is because we're creative types. We like creating things. And so, you know what? Not everything we create we're going to love, and that's okay. All right, so, and if you think it was busy on picture or on film, you should have seen it in real life. I mean, I've got it over there. I haven't erased it yet, but I just, you know. All right, so now I am taking all of that excess paste and I'm putting it right back in the container, okay? Because we don't want to waste anything. And that's the other good thing is these containers, well, my white one doesn't look small because it's our new huge Mama Jama one, but you don't want to waste your materials. And so the good thing is we can literally just scoop this up and put it right back in the container. All right, guys, so now here comes the awesome part. Now, when you pull up your transfer, you don't want to pull it corner to corner because you might stretch the transfer a little bit. So what I do is I work my way here, and then I pull it either left to right or top to bottom. And look at this, you guys. OMG. Oops, I missed a little bit of that top part here of the pastry shell. What I'm going to do is, because I have it here, I'm going to lay it right back down. For some reason, it just didn't pick that up. I may have had it too thick. And that's the other thing about scraping it off. It helps push that paste into the transfer. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope, still missed a little bit. That's so funny. There must be something, but it helps push that paste right into the screen mesh. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so pretty. Okay. All right, so I'm putting it in the water bath. And I am going to get a disinfectant wipe just to wipe my fingers because even though this is a chalkboard and I can clean up any messes that I make, I just don't want to have to do it if I don't need to. Okay, so this is wonderful. Look at how beautiful that is, and that took seconds really to do. So yay, I'm happy with it. I like we did the pastry shell in the custard. Custard is one of my favorite colors. I thought about doing the whole thing in custard, but with the frame being white, I wanted to just have a little bit more cohesion of the color. Again, I'm like a plain Jane. I tend to go simple. I think simple is just better sometimes. Okay, except for that Bless Your Nest I did the other night. Apparently I had a wild hair. I don't know what was going on with that, but oh, thanks, Margaret. I know, isn't this awesome? I just love, to be honest with you, I do not cook that often, and I'm going to hear my husband chuckle from the other room here. Oh, he literally just popped around the corner and popped his head in. I actually love to cook, and he's laughing, but I don't do it very often, and I am obsessed with recipes. There was a time when I bought so many recipe books just because I love recipes. I am a recipe follower. That is just who I am. But I do love trying new recipes. And my husband said once a year. I have such a good husband. He cooks a lot for us because he tends to be home before I am. And so he helps. But okay, guys, I'm going to blow dry this because I'm going to be leaning and stuff. And I just don't want to smear it. Okay. All right. Now look at this. See? See how fast it dries? So even though it's chalk based, it will not smear. Okay? It's not gonna smear on you unless I put water in it. All right? Okay. So if you are here and you haven't said hi yet, please say hi. I always like to interact with you guys and answer any questions. Please don't be shy. Ask any questions that you want. Oh, Dee, yes. I do love recipe books. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the creative side in us. I don't know. All right, so this one's kind of big, but I have to fuzz this one too, guys, just because it is never been used and very sticky, so I am just doing that. A lot of people use a towel I don't have one down here, I don't think. So I am using my jeans and my shirt and whatever else I got that can add a little bit of fuzz. Okay. So it's just gonna take a second. I am just fuzzing it up. Hi Celia, how are you? I'm doing the pumpkin pie recipe. My goodness, it's a big one. I've never done it before, but I love it. I also have the sugar cookie recipe, but I've never done that one either. I'm just, you know, having a little bit of fun. All right, now I'm gonna do this on my shirt and then we'll lay it down and we'll get working. Now this one too is gonna have 2 different colors. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Oops, I got a little bit of a hang up here. Not to worry, I just lightly pull them apart. If it doesn't pull apart, you can always run it under cool water and that will help. Okay, so this is the one hard thing when you tear apart your transfers is the spacing. And I think we're gonna be good here. Okay, again, I wanna get all of the air bubbles out because air bubbles will cause it to bleed. And we don't want that. We work so hard to get it laid down and pretty. And now if there's an air bubble in this green part, that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. That's that won't cause any bleeding on my paste colors. All right, I'm thinking I'm lined up pretty well. I think. I'm looking at the spacing. I might have shifted a little at the top here. Let's see. I don't know how that would have happened, but let's see here. Okay, let's do this one side at a time maybe. I remember I had about a little bit, maybe a ½ inch on each side when I did the bottom one. I maybe should have put, you know what I could have done is put painter's tape like on the edge so I would have known. But hey, you know what? Eyeballing it has been just fine for me many a times. But we will see here. Okay. Hi Tammy, how are you? Let me know where everybody's watching from. Oh, I feel a little air bubble there. When there's a lot of screen mesh area, that's probably the hardest to get those air bubbles out because it's just so much open space. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my 4-inch squeegee and drag it across. And I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear a little bit of that popping. Those are air bubbles. So we want to make sure we are getting those out. Now these arrows up here, I am not gonna do because I want to, again, I like a little bit of the curly Q. So I think I have this one here. It's from a very old transfer. Let's see if I can get it off of the page. I think I just wanna do like a little bit of this. Let's see if that's going that way. Do I have one going the other way? Yes. One in each direction. So I'm going to add these instead of those arrows. I'm going to pretty it up a little bit. Make it my own. Okay. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? Okay, guys. All right, and what I'm going to do is, like I told you guys, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to change it out and use my fonts and go letter by letter. So that's the part that's really going to take the longest time, believe it or not. All right, so I've got several things going on here. And I've been saying I'm going to create something that hangs above, and then I have clips that holds my transfer up for me as I go. All right, I'm doing this in teal, the eggs in brown, and everything else in white. Okay? You guys good with that? Again, say hi if you're here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Again, if you're interested in joining my VIP group, I've got a challenge or a contest going right now that will end, I think, tomorrow, where you can win some happy mail from me, which is usually a Chalk Couture item. And then if you're interested in joining Chalk Couture, if you have any questions about being a designer, just type the word join in the comments and you'll get a little message from me, and it will have a link to join, but you don't have to join without talking to me. I certainly would want to have a conversation with you to make sure we're all on the same page and you understand everything. And so it'll just help open up that dialogue. Unless you've been watching for a while and you're like, yep, this is for me. I'm doing it. Okay, so then feel free to join. Okay, I am sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, so I've got, this is for my teal. I think I threw my white one in the container. All right, I'm gonna use a small one for my brown and my white. Okay, so I think I'm scared about which one to do first. Oh, which font am I using? Well, I'm using this one. I wish I could tell you which one it was. It's the really curvy one. And I couldn't find my large P, but I'm going to take, this is going to sound funny, but the one that says I am a child of God, I'm going to take the D in child and flip it upside down and use it as the P. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the teal first, then the eggs. No, I'll do the eggs last because they're smaller. All right, white, teal, eggs. Okay. All right, people, here we go. And I'm going to lay it on kind of thick because I don't want it to dry on me. Okay, so I'm going to be working kind of quickly. And I'll go back and pull it all off. Maybe what I'll do is pull it left to right. And that way we'll be good. That's what I'll do. I'm going to pull it up left to right, and then that way it won't dry on me. Hopefully. But then I got to do stuff one-handed. So you guys are going to see multi-talented. Maybe or maybe not. Who knows? I'll probably end up with a whole bunch of chalk paste on me. But you know what? It's just chalk. It's okay. Oh, this is kind of a... I'm wondering if this brown's going to even show up. I didn't think about that on the black chalkboard. If it doesn't, you know what? We'll go and use that custard. We'll erase it and start over with the eggs. That's not a problem. That's the other thing I love about this is, again, if you do something you don't like or didn't turn out the way you had in your head, you just take it off and do it again. All right, so I'm just scraping off the excess and putting it right back in the container because I don't want to lose all this. I know, I know. It must be the holidays. I do love this time of year. I don't know what it is. I love the lights. I love the glitter. I love the family time. It's just kind of crazy. Makes me want to do wild and crazy things, I guess. Could be the punched eggnog. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, guys. All right, and then let me get the excess brown up, and hopefully this brown, and it's partially because I do love working with the fonts. It does take a little bit more patience and effort, but I just love how pretty they always look. Well, not always, but most of the time. And I'm getting a little bit of white in here, and that's okay. We'll just say it's shading. Okay, so let me pull this up as we go. I would get my little helper Dylan in here, but he's got a friend over. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at that. Is my arm in the way? Doesn't that look good? I know I have that bright light. I'm so sorry. I think you guys know. Oh, good. Yeah, the fonts are fun. They are fun, fun, fun. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to do the Couture teal. All right, now this one, see, look, there's a big old bubble right there. I am hoping it does not bleed too bad. That was my fear, is I could not seem to get it to lay flat, but we will see. Okay, guys, this is the great thing about being live. You guys get to see all the wonderful things and some of the mess ups. And you know what? Like I say, I'm going to channel Bob Ross. There are no accidents, or there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. And you learn from them. So it's all good. I'm kind of running kind of low on this. I had another container with me, but now that I'm one-handed, it would take me longer, I think. Probably could have made it a little bit more, added a little bit more water to this paste, to be honest with you. It's feeling a little dry, but not too bad. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, here we go. Oh, much better. See, I have control over it now. Okay. Of course, I think about this near the end of this one, right? Okay. So now I want to scrape. And I always say, you know, people ask me, well, how much do I scrape off? I always say, you know, until you can start to faintly see that the transfer underneath the image. That's just a good gauge. You know, you won't always, depending on the color of the paste that you have, you may or may not get that, but that's just the basic rule that I always go with. All right, it's starting to dry on me. I'm really hoping this works. Okay, guys. Oh, and look, I got some teal over there, but that's okay. Oh, that's so cool. And it's got kind of a rustic look to it, and that's intentional, I think. If not, I love it, so it's staying. All right, guys, it's got kind of that vintagey, rustic look, and I have no idea if that was intentional because I can't see it through the paste, but I really like it. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the water, and we'll clean up that paste here in a second. Or actually, I can do it right now because I've got the wipe in my hand. Watch this, guys. This is awesome. If you guys can see it, I mean, my arms are everywhere here. Everywhere. Okay. Oop, I'm using kind of a dirty wipe. There we go. All right, so now, this is so cool. All right, I'm gonna do the white. Now this is a big container of white, so I don't think I'll need to hold it. I think I can get a big old glob of it. All right, remember, I'm not doing those arrows or whatever they are up there. See how much smoother this one goes on because it's not as old and it's a little bit more liquidy. I stirred it up a lot and added a little bit of water earlier, so. Okay, again, we're going to take off that excess. Oh, thanks, Dee. Again, if you're joining me for the first time, let me know. Say hi. We're all friends and family here. And if you are interested in joining my VIP group, there are no tricks, just certain tips and at least tricks in joining my VIP group. It's just fun stuff about Chalk Couture. And I also have contests and giveaways. I got one going on right now. So, you know, we just like to have a little bit of fun in there. But it allows me to offer you guys some stuff that I can't do on my public pages because we are a direct sales company. And there are certain rules about what I can and cannot offer on a public page versus a private closed group. So that is why I do that. Oh my goodness, some of that teal. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit harder to clean because, you know what? I have got a Q-tip. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little bit of teal in my, hi Michelle, in my eggs here. And it just takes a little bit of water and scraping, and I should be able to get that up. Oops. And all I do is I don't smudge, I just dab it, because if I smudge it with the water on there, it will ruin what's already there. Okay. And I'm just dabbing it. Okay. I will add a little bit of white back there later. All right, guys, yay. All right, now for the pumpkin. Oh, thanks, Dee. Okay, guys. All right, so let me just put the cover on the pastes I'm not going to use because, again, they are chalk-based, and they will start to dry on me. Again, I can add the water, and that will help bring them back to life. But if I can, I just cover them up as soon as I can, okay? So I scrape around the edges, clean off that little, spatula thing, and close them up. Okay. Oh, I am so loving this transfer. Why did I wait so long to do this transfer? My gosh, you guys, you should be yelling at me. Okay. If you are a baker or, you love, even if you don't bake or cook that often, but you love cooking and you love watching the shows and all this stuff, this is such a great project. I am loving it. And I'm noticing right there was a little bit of a smudge, but watch. Let me show you guys. This is so awesome. This is what I love about this product. I literally can scrape it right off and we're fixed. It's good. So again, if you're new to Chalk Couture, what I was saying earlier is our product is chalk based, so it's water soluble. So if I wanted to, after the winter, because I think pumpkin pie is a winter recipe as well. We have it at Christmas. I don't know about you. What's y'all's favorite dessert at Christmas? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. And so we have a sugar cookie recipe, which is definitely winter, but I love this, this transfer. So I wanted to do this one. But if I wanted to, after the winter, I wanted to do the sugar cookie recipe or something else on here, I can literally wipe it off with a disinfectant wipe and water, and voila, it is done. Okay. So now I'm going to put the little pumpkin. Now this has a huge amount of screen mesh. So this is the difference between our transfers and stencils that you buy in the store. There's a screen mesh here. And what that does is it really allows you to transfer, as you guys can see, the paste very evenly and cleanly onto your surface. Okay. Now, the exception is when you get a bubble. And sometimes when there's a lot of screen mesh area, those bubbles tend to like to pop up just because it's really hard to get it to lay completely flat because naturally air is going to get underneath it and cause it to bubble a little bit. So we're going to do the best that we can. All right. Oh, you like pumpkin pie any time of the year? Me too. All right. Okay, guys, I am going to mix up my orange, and this is, oh, pumpkin pie. Look at that. I'm obsessed with orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors, and whenever I can incorporate it, you'll see it in a lot of my art, well, a lot of my crafts, because I just really like it, even if it's just a little section. I don't always do it, but if I can incorporate orange, especially these like darker burnt orange colors, I love it. Okay, so let me get a squeegee out of here. I don't need one of those huge ones. Okay, again, I don't care how much I get on my squeegee because I'm going to take all that excess and put it right back in. Now with this one, I'm choosing to go top to bottom because if I go side to side, I might actually pull those air bubbles if there were any. And if I'm going top to bottom, I'm kind of pushing everything down. So at least that's what the strategy is in my head. And again, we're just pulling off the excess. Sorry if you can hear my son in the background and his friend. They're having a good time. Okay. All right. Okay. And you want to make sure you pull off as much excess as you can because that excess, that it just can make it look not as clean on there. Oops, make sure all that's laying down in the water. Okay. Looks like I've frozen up on you guys. Am I frozen on your end? Hopefully not. Am I still live? Oh, it says live. Okay, we'll see. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. Again, you don't want to pull corner to corner if you can, because it can stretch your transfer. Look at that. You want to pull in an even up, down, or side to side, okay? Again, I'm going to put that transfer in the water. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. We are up at the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do for spacing purposes is I'm going to add those cute little doily little thingies. Oh, I need the couture teal for that. Up here. So then that way I know how much space I have from top to bottom to work with. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my teal just because earlier we noticed, oh, and this water container's getting low. That's why I have another one. We noticed earlier that it was a little thick. So I'm just going to stir this up. As my son says, this is the satisfying part. Stirring it up, making sure it's ready. Okay. And we're done with the pumpkin pie paste, so I'm going to cover that up. All right. So is there anybody on who's never heard of Chalk Couture before? Oh, normally I try to have like a little, so that way if somebody joins and they see for the first time, I'll lay that there. Or somewhere here. Does it go there? Okay. So that you guys can answer, so I can answer any questions for you. Sometimes I get people like, oh, I've been watching you for a while. It's just the first time I've been commenting, and that's okay too. I certainly don't want to make anybody comment when they don't want to, but I can guarantee you that if you have a question, somebody else has the exact same question. And I do this so often, sometimes I forget to go over some of the basic things because I just don't think about it. Okay. I'm trying to give myself as much space as I can since I'm doing the curvy fonts. Sometimes you have stuff that's big. Well, you know what though? Is those are pretty big letters, and I don't think any of my letters are as big as those. That was the other thing, is I do like the size of that, but I don't have fonts that are that big. So mine's going to be kind of small. So we'll see. If we don't like it and the sizing isn't there, then I can erase it and come back and add this one. You know, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, thanks, Tammy. What's that? Did you say something to me, Will? No. Okay. Thought they were talking to me. Of course not. They're in their own little world. Okay. Now, you know this is an old transfer because of the dark background of it. And they went to this teal background, which is nice because when you're on a chalkboard, it's actually kind of hard to see this one. So it's kind of nice that they changed the background part. Oh, I love that. Oh, curly Q. I like that versus the, I think it had dots or something, or arrows. Okay. Hi, Cindy Chang. I was telling Rudy earlier today, I've started calling you Cindy Chang because now we have two Cindys at the shop. And he was like, oh, this isn't the same one. Shoot. He was like, why don't you just call her Cece or Double C or something? I was like, no, it's Cindy Chang. All right, so Cindy is also an artisan with me. She is a furniture restorer and Dixie Belle rep. And also, as you guys can see, my work wife. I think, I can't find the opposite one of this one. Okay, let's see here. So I don't know if this will work with this one. I'm going to try this backwards, guys. You can do this, but this is very sticky. Okay, I'm going to get some painter's tape and try to get it down, but I want it to go so they're opposite, mirror images of each other. And so Cindy is my work wife. The reason we say is we both help in this boutique called Twisted Art. It's in Driver. I actually shared this live on their page. So if you're watching from the Twisted Art site, hello, our Twisted Art family. And so we work together a lot there, and it's just we get along really, really well, and we help each other out. So we call each other work wives. Okay, so I'm going to try this. This does not always work, okay, when you flip it over, because they're not really meant to go on the opposite side. But when you want a mirror image of something and it's not available like that on the transfer, every now and then you can do this. And it does not ruin the transfer at all, because we clean them all at the end. It's not sticking. Of course it's not sticking because there's no sticky on that side. But let's see. Maybe, just maybe. Ah, the gods were good to us. Look at that. Okay, I love it. It actually went on a little thicker than the other one. Nice. Okay, I'm happy that worked out. All right, guys. Okay, so now we are going to, and I am going to tilt this down and up a little bit. Oh, I'm going to ruin what I just did. Ah, I did. Did you guys see that? I caused it to bleed just a little bit, but you know what? It's just chalk. We can fix it. Okay. Not a problem. See, that's why it went on kind of thick, because it knew I was going to do that. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay, so I'm going to do the fonts now. And that's the one hard thing about this large board. Normally I'd flip it over and do it upside down, but again, spatial skills, yeah, I have none. So I can't do the fonts upside down. I could do something that's like a transfer upside down, because I don't need spatial skills for that, but not in this case. All right, so let me clean up my workspace just a little bit so I can see what I got. Look, Cindy, I have the scissors you gave me. I use them all the time. Hi, Barb. How are you? Sorry I didn't see you today. I hope you're doing okay. Okay. I'm going to put that large squeegee in there. All right, guys, we're getting there. Okay, so this is what's going to be kind of funny. I don't have, for some reason or another, I don't know what happened to it, a large P that is curvy. I don't know why. I have small letters and other large capital letters that are curvy, but not the P. So I was scouring my books trying to find something with a P, and believe it or not, we do not have that many transfers. Oh, I gotcha. I figured, Barb. Thanks, Cindy. We do not have very many transfers that have like a pretty large P. Like you see this G? That would have been great. Or something. Yeah, doesn't happen. So what I'm doing is I'm using the D in child and I'm putting it upside down. And it doesn't give me a capital P, but it gives me a long P because it's got that big tail to it. So here's the one trick with fonts. I could sit here and measure it out and try to do it. But this is the hardest part, I'm going to tell you guys, because of spacing. Now, because it's two words, that kind of helps, so I can put a little bit of a gap between them. But let's see, P-U-M-P-K-I-N is 7. And then 3 is 10. So I have 10 letters completely. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I better move this over a little bit. This is kind of just how I have done this. Again, there's no, science to it. We do have measuring tape, and I do have it. I just don't use it that often. Because it's only with certain fonts, I think, and I just had gotten in the habit of not using it. Oh, I was going to do the pumpkin pie in teal. What do you guys think? Teal or white? Pumpkin pie, should that be in teal or white? I'm thinking teal. Or, I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe white. Maybe white. Or should I do it in a different shade of orange? Since we're doing a pumpkin pie. Teal? Okay, teal. Teal it is. All right. So let me cover up my white. I love these large containers. For any of you designers or anybody who does a lot, Chalk Couture started selling these large containers, I think in Storm. I have it in black and white, and it is awesome. I love it. Okay. Let me see. This was my other couture teal. Let me see what condition this one's in and maybe have more of it. Okay. Teal it is. Take it to a popular vote. Okay. Yeah, this has a little bit more in here. Okay. Let me add just a tidbit of water. 2 or 3 squirts will do ya. Little dab will do ya. Okay. Oh, Margaret, you say orange. Orangey. DT. Oh, Margaret, I'm sorry. You've been outvoted, girl. I've got 3 teals and 1 orange. We'll see how the teal looks. And if we all decide we don't like the teal, I can go back and do the orange. Although these are the fonts, so they take a little bit longer to do. We'll see how it goes. I'm thinking because there's so much orange here and just a little bit of teal here that maybe the teal will do. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be fun, though. All right. I've lost my small squeegee. Here we go. Okay. Why don't I just dump these out so I can see what I got? All right. So, here we go, everybody. Are you guys ready? Nope. No. My husband said no. He likes to be the peanut gallery for my lives. Okay, so the first letter. Now, the one good thing about using the fonts is it doesn't usually dry on you because it's just one little letter. And, you know, you have time. Okay, so, and I do this all the time. I will use letters from other transfers. All right, so there's the P. I wish it was a capital P. I am a little upset about that. I wanted something a little bit larger, but, you know, hey. We're going to go with what we have. Oh, thanks, Margaret. Certainly, I agree with you. The orange would have been pretty too. All right, I'm drying this because inevitably part of this transfer is going to lay down on it, and I don't want it to cause an issue. So what I do is I'm wanting to connect it up here at the top of the U. So I'm going to take this little leg of the P here and connect the U. Now these are small fonts, so we might decide at the end that we don't like how small it is, or maybe we can add something, but I just love the style of this better than the blocky one for this. I don't know why. But again, you know, we can do the blocky one if this ends up being too small. All right, P-U-M. And this is the other great thing too. It's not like a tattoo. Hey, Charlene, how are you? It's not like a tattoo. If we misspell something, it's just chalk. We erase it and we keep on going. Oh, you know what else I could do is I could put the word recipe here, like pumpkin pie recipe, and that would help fill in some of that space, I think. What do you guys think of that? I just have to get all the letters. All right, P-U-M, pumpkin, right? We're doing good so far. And I'm not going to do the entire leg of this M because there's more letters after. If it was the last letter in the word, then I would. But because it's not, I don't want to do that. P-U-M, pumpkin. Okay. Again, if you want to join my VIP group, just type the word VIP in the comments. Okay, P-U-M-P. Oh, I gotta use that P again. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that in the water. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta clean this off. And it's got other transfers stuck to it. Hold on as I stretch here. Okay. P-U-M-P-K-I-N. All right, so it's very easy. I know you guys can't see this because it's off camera because I've got this big old board in front of me. But to clean it off, I am just wiping it down with a disinfectant wipe. And then I'm going to wipe it down with the paper towel to get the excess water off. Hit it with the blow dryer. And we're good. What do you guys think of it so far? Hi, Michelle. Let me know if you don't get a message from me, okay? You should have gotten one as soon as you typed VIP. That will, oh, maybe it might be gourmet. I think you're right. Let me know if you don't get that message, okay? And then I'll send you the link when I'm done. Okay, so pumpkin, and I'm gonna have to use it again for the pie, right? Oh, let me hit it with the blow dryer. Make sure I get all that excess water off. Okay, P-U-M-P. Think oh, that looks so good. All right, I'm just gonna put this over here for a second because I'm gonna need it again in a minute. P-U-M-P-K. Oh, great, thank you. Like I was saying, I have a contest going in my VIP right now. Probably run it through tomorrow, where you can win some Happy Meal from me. P-U-P, and again, I'm not gonna do the big leg of the K because it's in the middle of a word. If it was the first letter, I would do that. But because it's in the middle of the word, I don't wanna do that. It would be pretty, but sometimes when you have too many of them, it can get distracting and be too much. So every now and then I'll let those tails intersect, but for this, I think we're just gonna keep it. And if you guys are interested in joining Chalk Couture, you can type the word join and you'll get a message from me. Of course, that will just prompt a message and that way we can start a conversation unless you're like, yep, this is for me, sign me up. And then you can click the link and join. We are a direct sales company. Although, I say all the time, I don't consider it sales just because I have so much fun and I love it. But, all right, so this little leg right here on the K, I'm going to use as part of the I actually. Because I like the spacing, and I'm going to use it as like the back part of this eye. Let me make sure I'm straight. I don't want to start, kind of like when you do cursive on a board, and it starts out really pretty, and then you start going down. It's going downhill quickly. Don't want that to happen. And that's where our tape that they sell, the Chalk Couture tape, helps because it keeps you in line. But, again, with the curvies, it's kind of a little bit easier because since it's curvy, nobody can, you can see if it's way off, but if it's a little off, it kind of gives it that character. Oh, thanks, Barb. Okay, so we need the N. Now this one, I will do the whole leg because I think it's pretty and it just kind of adds to it. Okay, pumpkin. So pumpkin pie. Oh, maybe the spacing is good. Maybe I lucked out, but I might add recipe down there because I think, that's what it is. It's a recipe. Okay. Look at that. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you like these curvy font? Where did my pumpkin pie go? The curvy fonts better? Or do you like, I don't know what I did with it. Where was the pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie. I don't even know what I did with it. The one that comes with it. Oh, here? No? Huh. I will have to find it. Okay. But are you guys liking this? Is this good? Okay. We're getting close, guys. This didn't take as long as I thought it would. Okay, so I'm going to use this pea. Oh, this one has a big leg on it. Maybe I might go back and do the, see how this has a big curve to it? Maybe I'll go back and add that to this one. Because I like that. I think that's pretty. It kind of adds to the end of that, to the end of the N. And you guys can kind of see how I fix something if I want to change it out, and it won't take that long. Okay, pumpkin pie. Oh, I love that pea. That is so much better. Okay, yep, we are totally changing this pea out. Look, I'm gonna erase it. Not hard at all. This will make it look a little, even though it's not a capital, it'll kind of give it that stature that I was looking for. Okay, that's part of the P too. See how easy it is to erase? It's like it never was there. Again, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Okay. Make sure that's dry. And I'm going to lay this down. And yes, I'm using the same one I just used. And that's okay, we can do that. All right, I just don't want the sticky from this transfer, even though the other areas are dry. When it's sticky, I mean, sticky is sticky, and I don't care how dry something is, it will pull up. I know, I have so many fingers. Watch, in correcting this, I'm gonna end up ruining my other letters. You guys watch. Okay, we're not gonna think that. Think positive, think positive. Okay, here we go. Ah, there we go. Pumpkin, it's a little high. Maybe I might fix that later. We'll see. A little high. Get that down in the water. Okay. Now all these little missed things I can go back and fix too. I can either fix it with a paintbrush. Oh, do you like it? Good, thank you. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna keep on going. Now because this P didn't have really a connector, I'm just gonna put the I here and make sure it lines up, and that's okay. They don't always have to connect, especially when you're dealing with the first letter and the second one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that whole I. We'll see how it looks. And you don't have to have that. Okay, so I'm going to erase part of that top part. What did I do with my disinfectant wipe? Oh, here it is. Because the E also has a little bit of a leg on it. And we want to use the E's, not the I's. Okay. All right, guys. Wow, we've only been on an hour. I know you guys are thinking an hour. It's been an hour. But to do this transfer of this size with custom fonts, not too shabby, I don't think. Now, what do you guys think? Should I add recipe down here? The word recipe? I don't know. I almost feel like it needs it just because pumpkin pie, that's great, but pumpkin pie what? I like it. All right, what do you guys think? Should we add recipe on there? Now here's the testament of spacing, okay? Let's see just how much, if we did well here. We can do it from, that's about 3 inches, so about a 1/2 inch off. That's okay. You know what I could have done is added these up here and then did recipe. What do you guys think of that? It'll be too crowded. Okay. Oh, you think so, Charlene? Cute. Okay. I think so. Tammy says she thinks so. Okay. All right, Barb, you may have been. All right, so what do you guys think about moving these up here? Or is that going to be too crowded? All right, let me do recipe down here. Let me get my fonts while you guys hang for a second here. So I do need to get the E, because I like that, because recipe ends in E, so I want the one with the tail that goes up at the end. So that's the one I just used. I'm going to clean that. Okay, so that's the E. There was an I we just used, but I think I have another I. Hold on, let's see. Yay, guys, I'm so excited. Okay, let's do, I've got all of my fonts in my little coupon organizers. Let's see here. I need a C. We'll grab my C really quick. I think, let's see if I can find my C. Nope, this is it. Okay, R-E-C, so I've got the E and the C, J-H-I-I-J, nope, don't need that section. All right. So what is y'all's favorite thing to eat during the holidays? Like we talked about it at Thanksgiving when I did a Thanksgiving live. What is your favorite thing? Oh, thank you. I agree. It's kind of funny how those peas worked out. I was a little concerned about it, but I think they actually look pretty good. Oh, there's an eye. Oh, thanks, Tammy. I think so too. I like it. R-E-C-I-P-E. Okay, I need an R. Let's see what type of R I have. Maybe that's going to be, let's see. I am a child of God. There's no R in that. All right. Let's see if there's a capital. Oh, you know what? I have this one, which since they're all kind of lowercase, and then the other letters will be a slight smaller than that. I think that will work. Because if not, this one's such a funky R. That one goes, I can never figure out how those R's go. All right, that's good. Okay, so R. All right, so we have R. I need the E, C, I, and then the P. All right, let's get a P. A small curvy one. Look at all these fonts that I have. I go a little crazy over fonts. I just love them. Can you tell? Okay, we're gonna have to move. Nope, nope, nope. I know it as soon as I see it. So this one's a little too thick. I don't know what happened to my little, all right, maybe that one will do. I don't know what happened to my peas. I'm like losing some of them. I wonder if in my classes I just didn't find them, or maybe they sat in the sink. Okay, now I need the E, and then we'll be good to go, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Okay. I need that E that goes in the middle of a sentence, or middle of a word. You guys still with me? Oh, fruitcake. You like fruitcake? And rock cookies. Yeah, it's weird looking, isn't it? Oh my gosh, what are rock cookies? You definitely piqued my interest. I'm telling you, I like now, they call it Christmas crack. It's hilarious. My husband was a teacher for 11 years, and he had a student once who brought him this Christmas crack. And I'm not actually much of a goodies type eater. I like candy and stuff like that. I mean, I do like some, although cheesecake is probably my biggest, like, food crush, dessert crush. I love cheesecake. But anyways, so it's like this Christmas bark. You put saltines and chocolate and nuts and all this stuff on it, and you make like this Christmas bark, but they call it Christmas crack. And I'm telling you, it is so addicting. They call it crack for a reason. Okay, so this one I am gonna, let's see, reciepe. So maybe I can go like right here. What do you guys think? We're gonna eyeball it. We've done that so far. Walnut cookies with brandy. Oh, that sounds good. Hi, Tracy. That sounds real good. All right, so I'm just fuzzing up this R a little bit. It's been a while since I used it. Okay. We are going to eyeball it and hope it works, people. But again, it's just chalk. If it doesn't, we erase it. Right? Have I convinced you guys of that just yet? I say it enough, huh? Okay. Oh, pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay. Thanks, Dee. I love that you support my rash decisions. Okay, when you're working with the fonts, you always want to blow dry each font as you go, simply because you're gonna have part of the transfer laying over top of the part you just did, and if it's not dry, it will mess it up. So I'm trying to figure out spacing because that R is actually kind of big comparatively. And do this straight. Dee, are you going to Vegas for a little mini convention?
I can do that. Or can just do this in general.
Is anybody going to Vegas for a little mini convention for our team?
You can sign out too.
Oh, yay. I agree, Tammy. It seems to have worked out so far. Okay. There was a little bit of a bleed there. Okay, so I put my other squeegee in the water just because it started to gunk up. There was a lot of paste on it. And when that happens, oops, I can't do this, right? Goodness gracious, Mia. It can cause some issues. So whenever it gets too gunky, just clean it off or put it in the water and grab another one, because you want to make sure you don't cause yourself issues just because overuse of the squeegee. Okay. REC. Oh no, I was thinking we could get a lot of trouble together. That would be fun. I am such a Vegas lover. I don't know why. I mean, I love to gamble. I know. Tis tis, right? That's okay, Dee. We will find other events and other reasons to all of us get together. Not a problem. Okay. I am liking this. What do you guys think? Barb, do you think it looks crowded? I know you were concerned about that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the P because we used a P here. I'm going to take that transfer back out again, and we're going to clean it because that way it'll be synced together. If I use this other P, it's a little thicker, and I don't think it will work as well. Oh, I'm glad I thought of that. Okay. Okay. Let me just clean off both sides here. Oops. All right, guys, almost there. We are so close. Okay, let me just blow off all this excess water. Oh, good. Thanks, Charlene. Thanks, Barb. Okay. It's this one. We want not the one with the big leg on it, but just the little one. Oops. Okay. Oh no, is it going to run into that? Oh, you know what, we're going to go a little bit higher. Maybe. Let's see if this works, guys. That was a big P. I forgot how big it was. Oh my goodness. We might have to use that smaller one. We'll see. Hopefully I don't have to redo the pumpkin if it ever lays a pumpkin. I don't think it is, but close. I need to erase that. Don't you guys think? The little leg up at the top. Let's see here. Let's erase. Let's get a new disinfectant wipe so that I don't contaminate any of the other sections. Second to the last letter, guys. And we run into an issue. Okay. Oh no. Of course I dipped my finger right into it. Okay. And oh, the top of my Q-tip just fell off. That's not good. Okay. And we'll have to dot the I again. Okay. Yes, yes, okay. All right, let's make it a little bit shorter. And I'm not sure if I'm liking how far it went down. I'm wondering, I don't know, guys. Should I erase the pumpkin and pull it down just a little bit, or should I use the other P? I'm thinking maybe the other P. What do you guys think? Use the other P? It literally goes right into the top of this. Let me show you guys. See if you can get really close. See? I don't know. I don't know if I like that it runs into that. Oh, you like it, Trillian? Okay. I can't decide. But if you guys like it, maybe it's just because I'm just too close to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just way deeply involved. All right. I'm going to keep going then. And we'll see what the E looks like. And I'll dot the I. And we'll just keep going. And I'll fix some of these little gaps. Okay. We're on the same page, Dee. Thinking the same thing. Let's do the E and see what it looks like. And we'll see what happens. I like it when my fonts have a lot of space. Makes life a little bit easier. Okay, guys, are you nervous? I'm a little nervous. Let's see, did we take on too much? What do you think? All right, let me dot the, I'm gonna get a paintbrush here, And I am going to dot the I. Oh, that worked out well. And then I'm going to fill the P in. Now our pastes are not like acrylic, paints. They're not as fluid. So when you do this, like my mother is a true artist, and she did this with me once, and she kept trying to paint it. Like she'd be like, oh, give me a paintbrush here, I'll fix it. And then she'd get so upset because it wasn't moving like a paint. And I kept telling her, I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, it is not, oh, D. It is not like a paint. So I add a little bit of water to make it a little bit more fluid. And then that way I can fill in any gaps. Because what you also have to realize is it's going to be a little raised. There's going to be a little bit of a raised surface because it's a paste, not a paint. But if I add the water to it, it doesn't, mess it up too much. It kind of works just fine usually. So I'm just filling in where some of that transfer picked up. And again, I'm going to spray a little bit of water on the end of my paintbrush to give it some extra oomph. Okay, and fix this top part here, connecting all the little issues. And were there any other spots? Let's see here. It's a little clunky. Let me spread that out. And we're gonna fix that. I'm just using the edge of the paintbrush because it's got a sharp edge. And because it's a paste and I haven't sealed it, it has got a little bit of, it'll flake on you. So again, I can rub my hands across it and it doesn't do anything. But when I rub water on it or something wet, it will cause it to disappear. So that's why we always say, be careful not to get it wet. Okay. All right, now I'm just playing. Okay. I'm just playing around. All right, guys, what do you think? This is it. This was my project. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Dee. All right, guys. So I did this in about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. And that was using customized fonts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up some of the ghosting areas where I've cleaned with the disinfectant wipe. And I will take a picture of it and post it in the comments. And also on my page probably, because I just love this one. This one is beautiful. All right, guys. I hope, let me come down here. Oh, and I'm upside down. Hold on. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you joining me on this late Saturday night. And please, yes, Tammy, VIP. If you don't get the message from me, let me know. And scroll through some of the comments on the VIP because I have one right now. It's called the dill pickle. It's kind of a big dill. So play that contest. It's a little fun. And you'll get some happy mail from me if you comment on the posts and you go in for a drawing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, meaning there is no live button up here, just type #replay or put in some comments. And the magic eraser does work, but the Chalk Couture eraser was made specifically for our products, so I really like the Chalk Couture eraser. But you can try the magic eraser if you want to. It helps get rid of some of that ghosting that happens where the paste ghosts, shadows. I don't know how else to put it. But anyways, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, or you can private message me and type the word join if you're looking into getting some more information. All right, guys, good night, Dee, and good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you later. Bye.